Hello everyone, welcome to SSBR Educations. This is Srivalli. In Languages of Chemistry, we completed 3 sessions up to now. This is fourth session, and we are going to discuss about in this session representation of atom in Languages of Chemistry topic. So before starting our session, please subscribe my channel and click on the like symbol. In Languages of Chemistry, our topic today our topic is representation of atom. So mainly, atom is made up of three fundamental particles. Those are neutrons, protons, electrons. So, what is atom? That is the question all the people minds raised. So, actually, we know about matter. Matter is nothing but the substance which occupying space and also having mass. That substance are said to be matter, we know that. So actually, matter is made up of an atom. Matter is made up of an atom. See here, atom is defined as it is an individual particle in matter. So it is a particle which in present in the matter. So it is the structure of an atom. Structure of atom. I already told that atom is made up of three fundamental particles, and those are protons, neutrons, electrons. So in this session, we are going to discuss briefly on those three fundamental particles only. How it works, what are the responsibilities of an atom, and the responsibility of protons, neutrons, electrons in an atom. Actually, in the 18th century, the scientists said that atom is indivisible, it can't divide. But in the 19th century, some of the scientists proved that atom is divisible. How means? Due to it was made up of fundamental particles. So that is the reason atom is divisible. So up to now we completed here. In this structure, I am going to say which particle is the fundamental particle name. I mean, which is the electron, which is the proton and neutron. And this is the electron which stays on the outside of the nucleus. This circle is called as nucleus, which is present inside the atom, and yellow color substance is said to be neutrons. Why I am representing minus and zero sign, I will say later on the. So red color substance is said to be protons. So it is called as nucleus. Actually, it is the structure of an atom. So actually, electrons are made up of electrons are charged particles, negatively charged particles. See here, electrons are possess negative charge, and protons possess positive charge, and neutrons are neutral particles which present in the atom. These three are called fundamental particles. Why? What is the reason behind that? Why these three particles are called fundamental particles? Means because of these three an atom was made. Because of atom a matter is made. Because of matter we all exist. That is we know. So this is the fundamental thing in the whole universe, because electrons, protons and neutrons are present in an atom, and the atom is made up of molecules, and the molecules are made up of a matter. That we know. So this is the reason behind why the fundamental electrons, protons, neutrons called as fundamental particles. I'm not writing full form of fundamental particles. So coming to another point, the number of electrons in an atom is equal to the number of protons in it. The point is saying that electrons equal to protons. So what is the reason electrons equals to protons means? For example, in an atom there are 10 electrons means definitely the protons also 10. That time only it was electrically neutral. If the positive ions are having heavy protons and electrons are less, means for example 9 electrons and 10 protons, means that time the atom is not electrically neutral, that time it will not exist. So this is the reason why always electrons and protons is equal in an atom. So in any atom you see electrons equal to protons because it should be electrically neutral, that time only an atom will exist and the nuclei will exist. So another point, since the negative charged particles electrons are equal to the positive charged particles protons, the atom is electrically neutral. Keep this point in your mind. Always electrons and protons are equal because the atom should be in neutral stage. That is the reason behind that. Whenever the atom is neutral, that time it can exist and it can possess a matter or anything, any chemical reaction. If electrons are heavy particles and protons are less particles, means the atom will not exist and it may possible to destroy the total atom. So another first statement is electrons equal to protons. And now you see this circle, it was inside both of these two orbits. These lines are called as orbits. Orbits. On the orbits, electrons will be present and this is called nucleus. In every atom, inside the every atom there will be a nucleus and this is the nucleus here. So nucleus was in the nucleus protons and neutrons are present and the electrons are outside of the nucleus which was present on the orbits. On the orbits the electrons are present and inside the nucleus protons and neutrons are present. See here the first point, the protons and neutrons are present in a small region within the atom called the nucleus. So these protons and neutrons are present inside a small region and that region is called as nucleus. It is the main point in the whole representation of atom topic. So since protons and neutrons are found inside the nucleus of the atom, they are called nucleons. Here what they are saying that protons and neutrons are present inside the atom. So those protons and neutrons are called as nucleons. Protons and neutrons are called as nucleons because these two are present inside the nucleus. So that is the reason this name came for both of these protons and neutrons. When they said protons and neutrons means they both are called nucleons and these both present inside the atom. The electrons revolve around the nucleus at fixed distance from the nucleus at the large speeds. So see here the distance between this nucleus and this electrons have some of by seeing this picture it was too small, but accordingly when we see in microscope it has a large speed. I mean it has a distance. In the fixed distance the electron will revolve in this orbit. It can't go to this orbit or in the inside of the nucleus. When electrons and protons combine, that time it becomes zero and the atom will be destroyed. We know that perfectly. So that's why electrons will revolve on the orbit at the fixed distance and also in the large speed. A large speed, an electron which revolves, and this is the point that I'm going to say. I hope you understanding. If you have any doubts, write in the comment box. And another point, up to now we discussed about electrons, protons, neutrons and where it will present, and protons and neutrons are present inside the atom, electrons present outside the protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus of the atom, and the electrons are present outside of the nucleus and which was present on the orbits, and it revolves around on the orbit at a fixed distance from nucleus, and also it has a large speed of an electron. So up to now we discussed these topics, and now how atomic number and atomic mass will be calculated. So this is the question all the people will have. When the start only, all the teachers will say for you, learn the elements up to 30 or up to 50. They will say that, and we will butify that. But what is the reason an element having atomic number and atomic mass? How it came? What is the reason? Some of the children have this question. So in this topic, we are going to discuss that atomic number and atomic mass, how these was calculated. The atomic number of an element gives the number of an element gives the number of protons in an atom. So proton in an atom, this number is also equal to the number of electrons of in the neutral atom. We know that electrons equal to protons. So atomic number is equal to electrons and protons. We know that statement electrons and protons are always equal in an atom. So here atomic number says that an electrons are protons. For example, take sodium. It is the symbol of sodium, we know that. Atomic number of sodium is 11. So here protons inside of the, sodium atom having 11 protons and 11 electrons in it. So that is the reason atomic number of sodium came 11. Inside the atom of sodium having 11 protons and 11 electrons. So that's why atomic number of sodium also 11. The statement here gives that the number of protons in an atom or the number of electrons in a neutral atom gives the atomic number. The number of protons in an atom or the number of electrons in an atom gives the atomic number of an element. Sodium having 11 atomic number. So then definitely protons and electrons of the sodium are also 11. According to how we are saying protons and electrons having 11 and 11 means, we know the statement electrons and protons are equal, always equal. So when protons having 11 means the electrons also having 11 inside the atom. So this is one statement here. Atomic number equal to electrons and protons. For example, atomic number of oxygen is 8. So inside the oxygen atom, protons have 8 protons and electrons also 8. You take any element, the atomic number of an element is equal to number of protons in an atom of the element and the number of electrons of the atom in an element. So this is the reason behind how atomic number is calculated. Atomic number is calculated according to the electrons and the protons which was present inside the atom. And coming to next one, mass number. How the mass number was calculated means, the mass number of an element gives the sum of number of protons and neutrons in an atom. We know that inside the nucleus, protons and neutrons will be present. And protons and neutrons are also called as nucleons because they was present inside the nucleus, and that's why nucleons name came for protons and neutrons. So coming to the point, inside the nucleus protons and neutrons are present, we know that. So the sum of protons and neutrons gives mass number. So the weight of the nucleus equal to mass number. How the mass number came means weight of the nucleus. Weight of the nucleus of the atom gives the mass number. is equal to mass number. So how weight of the nucleus was calculated means protons plus neutrons. Why I am keeping symbol here plus means the protons are positively charged particles and the neutrons are neutral particles inside the atom. So that's why I am keeping power 0 here. And protons plus neutrons, the sum of protons and neutrons give the mass number or the weight of the nucleus. Mass number. Or else we can say that weight of an nucleus. So here an example there, it is the symbol of sodium, we know that, and the sodium mass number is 23 grams. It mass number was always calculated in the grams or kilograms. So protons is 11, we know that, because the sodium atomic number is 11 and the electrons also will be 11 only. But why I am writing here protons means inside the nucleus protons neutrons present, not electrons neutrons. That is the reason I am writing protons. Protons have sodium atomic number is 11. So according to that, protons also having 11. So how here neutrons is 12. When protons and neutrons calculated, mass number will be given 11 plus 12, 23. So mass number of sodium is 23. I will say in the later how neutrons was calculated. Up to now, protons having 11 and neutrons having 12. Protons plus neutrons equal to mass number, we know that. I am adding 11 plus 12, I got 23. So according to this example, I am saying that the mass number of sodium is 23. Mass number is equal to the weight of the nucleus of an atom. Means weight of the nucleus means the sum of protons and neutrons. You never forgot these statements because these are the basic and important statements in the whole chemistry or else structure of atom also. Now the difference between mass number and atomic number gives the number of neutrons in the atom of the element. So mass number minus difference they are asking. Mass number minus atomic number is equal to neutrons. How, ma'am, you are saying that mass number minus atomic number means? By the example, I will explain this. We know that sodium mass number is 23 grams and the atomic number of sodium is 11. So mass number means protons plus neutrons, we know that. But we don't know neutrons, how many neutrons was present inside the nucleus of the sodium atom. So atomic number means electrons or protons we can say. But instead of, by according to this formula, I am saying that 11 is the protons. We know electrons and protons, but we don't know neutrons. So when 23 minus 11, we will get 12. In the last page, they given neutrons is 12. Sodium of neutrons as 12. So electrons 23 minus 11 means 12. By this neutrons was calculated and the mass number symbol is A and the atomic number symbol is Z and the neutron symbol is N. I written A as capital, Z as capital and N as small. A minus Z equal to N. This is another formula. 23 minus 11 equal to 12. 12 neutrons present inside the sodium element. For example, I am taking oxygen. We know that mass number of oxygen is 16 and the atomic number of oxygen is how much? 18. When I am subtracting mass number minus atomic number, I will get 8. And this is the neutrons which was present inside the oxygen atom. So this is about mass number. Up to now we calculated atomic number and the mass number, how many neutrons which was present inside the atom, and electrons equals to protons, and protons plus neutrons it gives the mass number. I am writing those all statements here. First one, electrons equals to protons, and second one, protons plus neutrons equal to atomic mass, or else weight of the nucleus inside the atom, we can say that. Weight of the nucleus. And protons and neutrons are present inside the atom. Present inside the nucleus. And fourth one, protons and neutrons are called as nucleons. And I'm going fifth one. Atomic number equal to number of protons or number of electrons. Because protons and electrons are equal, we can say protons are also electrons. Number of electrons. Sixth one, anyone guess that? Atomic number we completed, mass number completed, and also we completed that protons, neutrons. So neutrons, yeah. Mass number is represented in the form of A minus atomic number Z equal to neutrons inside the atom. So according to the formula, A minus Z equal to neutrons. So I'm going to write some of the examples of those all the statements that we are discussed now. I'm going to take boron element, B for boron. What is the first statement we written? Electrons equals to protons. The atomic number of boron is how much? 5. We know that. So then definitely electrons, the number of electrons and the number of protons inside the boron atom will be 5. Inside the boron atom, 5 electrons and 5 protons present. So that's why atomic number of boron came 5. And mass number of boron is how much? 11. So here protons plus neutrons equals to 11, and the protons here 5, then definitely neutrons will be 6 equals to 11. And here I'm going to write another neutrons equals to A minus Z. We know that atomic mass of boron is 11, and the 11 minus atomic number is 5, and neutrons equals to 6. So here according to this we can say that protons are 5, electrons are, I will write in the red ink, that time you can understand easily. Protons are 5 and the electrons are 5 and neutrons is equals to 6. So by this we can calculate the protons, electrons and neutrons, and protons, neutrons presents inside the atom, inside the nucleus, and that's why protons and neutrons are called as nucleons. The weight of the nucleus is equal to the mass number, and the number of electrons and the number of protons present inside the atom is said to be atomic number of an element. So up to now we discussed about this representation of atom. In later classes we are going to discuss about molecules of elements and compounds, and this is the last this is the session in this representation of atom. Now I'm going to conclude this session. Before going to conclude this session, please subscribe my channel and click on the like symbol. If you have any doubts, write in the comment box. 100% I will give reply for all the comments. Thank you.